Hey everyone, Daniel with Back to Normal Massage Therapy. And a few months ago, I had the opportunity of speaking with the Wyoming Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I got to speak with fellow business owners and talk about upper crust syndrome, symptoms of it, causes of it, and some simple stretches that you could be doing sitting at your desk in order to help ease those symptoms of upper crust syndrome. So, what is upper crust syndrome? It is a grouping of weak muscles and tight muscles that cause postural patterns within our body. So, some causes of upper crust syndrome are prolonged sitting, poor ergonomic workstations, lack of movement, stress, and low self esteem. Now, the reason why low self esteem is important to highlight that is because what happens when we're having a down day, I know at least I can testify. I'm here. I'm full Charlie Brown. My shoulders are forward and my head is down. And those are your long-term postural patterns with upper crust syndrome is the forward head tilt and the rounded shoulders. Symptoms of upper crust syndrome are neck pain, headaches that are in the back of the head that wrap around to the front, pain in between your shoulder blades, limited mobility of the shoulders and of the neck, and of course that forward head posture and rounded shoulders. So linked with this video is another one showing you some exercises that you can do during your day or at the start, at the end. You can do it right at your desk, whatever is most convenient for you. So please utilize those exercises and stretches, and I hope they help you feel your healthiest and happiest self. Thank you for your time. Stay healthy. First things first, before we start stretching, we are going to warm up the muscles in the shoulders and in the neck. To help deepen that stretch in the neck, I like to pull on my head with the arm on the same side I'm stretching my head to. You can further that stretch by putting an arm behind the back and doing some pin and stretch with the muscles of your chest and just really opening up. I feel like with the arm behind the back, that deepens the stretch in those muscles that lay in the neck, just on the inside of that collarbone region. And just play around with it. Have fun, move around, see where you feel the stretch the most. And after the neck stretching, we're going to go into the shoulders here and lifting the shoulders up, back, and down. It's really important to really squeeze those shoulder blades together and push them down, especially if we spend a lot of time with our shoulders up by our ears. Doing that will kind of help counter the muscles from being scrunched up towards our ears. I like to do 1 to 3 sets of those and 10 to 20 reps per set. Now, this is a really good strengthening exercise for the neck. When we tuck that chin back, like right there, the most important part of this exercise is to hold that tuck for 5 seconds. With this exercise, we can do 2 sets, 10 reps per set, and that's what's going to help strengthen those weak muscles found in the neck from in use. And after those warm-up exercises, we're going to get some chest openers. We're going to interlock our hands behind our back, or I like to rest them on my back and just really open up that chest. Again, bringing the shoulder blades onto the spine. After the chest opener, we're going to do some seated spinal twists. Pretty standard. I like to do it when my low back is feeling sticky. And all of these stretches I just held for 4 or 5 breaths a piece. Just really taking a minute to practice intent on the moment and taking some breaths. Next are seated cat-cows, hands on the knees. You're just going to open up and open up that chest. And when we tuck back the other way, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest. And if you have a door frame that has a really narrow frame, this is a great stretch to open up the chest and the front of the neck. With upper crust syndrome, we like collapsing on ourselves, and that's a great way to open them up. Next, we're going to move into wrist and hands and the forearms. And so I'd just like to do some shaking of the wrist out, do some circles. Here, I'm just going to pull back on my fingers and really stretch the flexors of the forearms and then go the opposite way. and stretch out the extensors. Always important to make sure you do both sides to keep everything all nice and balanced. Next up, we're going to work the muscles in the hands, the very intricate muscles found in between all the bones, and just do some opening up of the hand and do some curling of the hands as well. If you spend a lot of time typing, it's kind of important to do. So my massage table should kind of act like your desk if you're doing this at work. And this is a great way to really open up that spine found in between the shoulder blades there. A couple of nice stretches there. Next, we're going to do seated pigeon pose. And we're going to bring I have my left ankle up on my right knee, and I'm just going to lean forward into that stretch. I feel this a lot in the low back, in the glutes, and the upper leg. To further that stretch, deepen it, you can just push down on that knee and do some rocking back and forth like that. This stretch I love and I do pretty regularly when I get the chance, just because I suffer from low back tightness just like everyone else. Again, doing both sides. And that next stretch that is up after this is a seated hamstring stretch, which you can't see very well, but I'm going to extend one of my legs out in front of me and just simply hinge forward at the low back to really get a stretch in the back part of my leg where the hamstrings are located. And again, make sure we do this on both sides just to open things up and keep us balanced. I think the day I did this, it took about 10 minutes. This is sped up to double speed, and it takes 5 minutes with the double speed on. So this was a 10-minute overall full body stretch to help relieve the symptoms and tightness that may come from upper cross syndrome and may come from the inactivity of sitting at a desk all day. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay healthy.